Hello, anybody? Can you hear me? You can hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. I think I'm a minute early. Ingrid! Hello, Ingrid. Ingrid, can you hear me is what I'd like to know. Can you hear me well enough? Let's see if I can. This is better. But now I need my glasses, otherwise I can't see the comments. David, hello. I could see David's name even without the Ingrid, David. I know Lisa is around. She has to be. And you can see me. Of course, you can see me. Hi, Debbie. So good to see you. I must look like this, because then you can see me better. Because otherwise it feels like I'm hiding behind my glasses. Barbara, hi. Good to see you. Ingrid, I'm glad to see you. I'm David, I'm glad to see you. What is in your cup? What is on your hook? Okay. It's so nice to see you guys. I was quite a bit nervous. Cheryl, hi. David says, I finished my sparkly pink shawl and now I'm doing another scarf with the same stitch. The scarf pattern comes from fiber flux. Okay, yes, I remember that pink one that you said, David. Like this. There you go. Let me do this. Then we can see you and we can see me. Cheryl and Debbie, and I'm so glad to see you guys. And I'm glad to see Ingrid. I'm on StreamYard, and once again, I'm a guest on my own channel. I don't know how to figure it out. David says, I had a pastel pink shawl and a sparkly darker pink shawl. By the way, I have actually posted on Instagram that I finished Ross's Speed Shop shawl. And I've blocked it and everything. So I think the way he thinks one should wear it is something like this. You put it around and you do this. Something like this. So let me just see if I can get up like that. Something like that. I think it came out quite nice. My husband actually loves it. JB says, I can't really stay. I was just about to go to sleep. Shame, you must go to sleep. Let me see where. I don't want to get behind the chat. And Ingrid, having coffee and 2 projects going. A granny square shawl and a baby blanket I'm making for Christus. Oh, yes. Granny Square. Anyway, that is my favorite. There, that's, and Ladybird says, got you running while I climb up and down a ladder. Oh my goodness, that sounds dangerous. Sharon says, hello. Hello, Sharon. And Debbie loves yarn. Yes, Ingrid. Please, I don't want to hear anything that anything's happened to you. Ingrid must take care of her health. Her heart is not working like it should. Oh, this is Rosa's Speed Shop Shawl. I must say it slow because I don't know what will come out if I say that too fast. Speed Shop Shawl. And I will put the link afterwards below in this video when it comes out. It looks like this, you know. If you can knit, pull, yarn over, knit two together, you can do this. And I actually have this much left of a 100-gram ball. It just took one ball, and I actually went further because his starts here and it goes all the way here, and I think his ends here. And then I just added this because he said if you've got more yarn, you want to make it bigger, just keep going. So I just made it that little bit bigger, but I haven't knitted in 10 years, so I wasn't sure if this was enough. So I stopped, and I've got this left over. Let me catch up here with the comments. And thank you, Debbie. You say it's lovely. And Miss Ophelia says hi. Thank you, Cheryl. And everybody's saying hi. Ingrid says, Miss Ladybird, please be safe on that ladder. Yes, we agree. Oh, please. Today I will start a tile poncho idea I have. Basic poncho construction with two rectangles sewn together, and the rectangles are comprised of square tiles. My goodness. Did you look at the 365 days of Granny Squares, Ursula? I actually have not yet, but I must check it out. I want to check it out. So I will. And everybody's saying, hi, Tammy. Hi, Tammy Allen. Oh, David, you missed it. It was a knit. You don't knit, but you could probably create a crochet pattern with a good look at the shawl itself. I will click the link when you post it. Yes, because he's actually got photographs of this. And I thought to myself, you know, if you had to, you could copy this in crochet, obviously, make a crochet version of it. Where, you know, I mean, that would be like double crochet, one chain, double crochet, one chain, just double crochets, and some texture here, lace texture, lace texture. Great stuff. So, yes, I am still busy with my, feels like 1,001 squares. So, it was my first knit in 10 years, David. I haven't knitted in a long, long time. Yes, Cheryl, I must check it out because you say there is some nice, just where is it again? Because I want to go and check it out. And I was thinking, I wanted to ask you guys, you say you avoid DC panels, you prefer an enhanced half double crochet. Yes, enhanced double crochet, half double crochet. What is an enhanced half double crochet? You avoid double crochet panels. Yeah, I don't mind it too much. Depends if it's in the round, and if it's not the whole thing. Double crochet and half double crochet, you've got to look where you're going. Unless it's in a granny square, because then you can just feel where the hole is and you just go. But this is little half double crochet squares I'm busy with. Cheryl, I've totally forgotten what you said, where that 365 days of Granny Squares is. I would definitely like to check that out. Absolutely. Anyway, this has been a very difficult year, but I wanted to know, for you, was there something that has turned it around? Because I tell you what, for me, this was an awful year, but meeting my YouTube crochet family on YouTube has really turned it around for me. This was fantastic. So it's a highlight in my year to have met you guys. So if you have a highlight to share, please share that highlight. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Sorry, let me just count here. I mustn't lose count. Ingrid says, David, with enhanced half, do you back into the half double crochet to create an enhanced stitch? Ingrid, I missed that. HDD, but maybe David will know. Donine, hello from Saskatchewan in Canada. Debbie, you were going to say the same thing. Hi, Maribel. So glad to see you. Oh, yes. Fuad Asmat, Yarn Utopia Nadia. I'll remember that. I won't remember that. I'll write that down. Do not rely on memory. I do not. Just write it down. Fuad Asmat. I actually like her. Yarn Utopia. And is it not hers? I've used some of her patterns. Was it? I wonder if it wasn't that henna-inspired mandala wasn't from Fuad Asmat. Remember in my poncho crochet chat where I shared all about my ponchos? I think it was exactly her mandala that I used. Miss Ophelia says, same for me. Meeting people on YouTube has made me feel less isolated. I'm telling you, it's turned my year around. Hi from Glenda in West Virginia. Welcome, Glenda. Come into my home. We'll make space. I'll move up. Let me see. Cheryl, if you just type in 365 days of Granny Squares, it'll come up. Okay, I'll do that. 365 days of Granny Squares. I'm going to do that. Some inspiration and motivation there. Debbie says, my highlight is that I moved to Alaska to see my son and his family. Are you going to stay there, Debbie, or are you is it just for a time? You got married in September. Tammy, you're still on honeymoon. My goodness. Congratulations. Hi, Denisha. So glad to see you. And Ingrid says she so agrees with Miss Ophelia, and it makes you feel part of something. Yes, that special yarn community. And everybody's saying hello. Glenda saying thank you. Yes, everybody's congratulating. Tammy. Hi, James and Atia, the Perkins Life 4. Hello, glad to see you here. Everybody's greeting each other. Congratulations, Tammy, says Maribel. Debbie loves yarn. Yes, I'm planning on staying in Alaska. Wow. Ingrid says, good morning. Good morning, James. Tammy says, thank you. Well, Tammy, you're the one to walk the road, so we can congratulate all we like, but you're the one who's staying. Susan, good morning, Susan. I'm so happy to see you. And Miss Ophelia absolutely agrees with Ingrid, and I think what she agrees with is that Ingrid said it really makes you feel like You're part of a community that is so giving and so loving. Hey, these comments mustn't get away from me. Where am I now? Everybody was saying, Debbie was saying she's planning on staying on. And Ingrid was saying good morning to James and the Perkins for life. What time is it there here by me? I have just had lunch. So it's 1:45 p.m. 1:45 p.m. in the afternoon, which is why I can do this, because it's not 5 a.m. by me. We're going for 6 o'clock. It's not. And yes, Denisha asked, what time is it here? Denisha, I believe South Africa is 7 hours ahead of Eastern time. Yes, we are your future. The way that Lisa says, Ladybird Loves says, I am her future by 2 hours, but I'm your future by 7 hours. I would love to stay here and chat with everyone. My pillow is calling me, and I'll be listening with the phone under my pillow. Oh, Debbie, and we'll be whispering sweet nothings in your ear. And Cheryl, oh, it's only 11:45. 11, 12, 1, 2. You're 3 hours behind, Cheryl, behind us. It does look beautiful outside my window, because my window actually looks out on the garden. And it is afternoon and it's a sunny day. It is lovely. Thank you. Ingrid is be right back. Are you going to get some coffee? 2:47 a.m. Debbie. You should be asleep in your deepest sleep. Is your deepest sleep not between 2 and 3 a.m. for people? I mean, you're a person. Donine, it's 5:45 a.m. in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan in Canada. Am I saying that right, Donine? Case Crochet, hey. And also 5:47 here in Tennessee. Oh, that is, you're all going for 6 o'clock. That's very early. Oh, Cheryl, nighttime. Is it Monday night time there by you? Oh, my goodness. Oh, Debbie, have you been up late? Is that why you will sleep until noontime? Until your noontime? So good night and sleep well. I hope you get some lovely sleep in. Yes, Saskatchewan. Okay, that is great, Donine. I'm glad. I was asking everybody, I was saying that it was a terrible year for me, but meeting my crochet family, YouTube family, has really turned this year around for me. So that was a highlight in my year. So I will not only remember COVID, I will also remember 2020 as the year I met everybody on YouTube. Fantastic experience. So if you, Jeanette, hello. I didn't join you yesterday from the beginning, but I spent a lot of time with you yesterday finishing that ruffle scarf. It was fantastic. I had a fantastic time. I'll see you definitely Sunday again. Sunday, and that's 6 p.m. here. I think that's lunchtime by you, but you must have a bite before you start, eh? And Miss Ophelia says it's 6:49 a.m. here. It's 1:49 here by us. 6 a.m. 6:49. Wow. Are we about 8 hours ahead of you? Woo, that's very early by you, Jeanette. That is 5:50 a.m. by you. Yes. Oh, Jeanette, that was such a nice time yesterday in your live. It was just, I loved it. I loved it. It's 6:49 a.m. here, says Barbara. Here I will be watching and listening, and as I sew triangles together for my triangle to square Afghan. Triangle to square. That sounds very interesting. Is that your own pattern, or is that from a pattern, Barbara? It's good you are doing this, Ursula. I've been missing Ginger's lives. Ginger is taking a rest, and she's going to come back with a schedule that is great. So I am just here today because I heard that she will not be here today. And because it's lunchtime for me, I could do it because obviously I'm not getting up at 5 to speak to you guys, because what you'll see at 5, I don't look like as wonderful as Ginger at 5 in the morning. So you will not appreciate what you get at 5 here, 5 a.m. So it's in Australia, it's already Wednesday night, isn't it? What? David? But this is Monday lunch by us. Wednesday night. Are they 2 days ahead of us? Goodness gracious me. Wait. Where's the comments? Hi, Lashira. So glad to see you. Yes, Jeanette, David. Jeanette is in the central US time zone. And that the US can be divided into time zones. Well, that says a lot. Lashira saying hi. Glenda, it's 6:51 a.m. WB with a cold, rainy day ahead so far. Weather. Cheryl. Oh, it's Monday night. Yes. Maybe that was just a slip of the finger. Let me just catch up here. And everybody's saying hi and hi and hi. And Jeanette is saying, yes, David, that's true. She is in that time zone. And Denisha, okay, I found out it is 1 in the afternoon, your time. Your time. Who's your time? My time. My watch says it's 10 to 2. And David says, Cheryl, that was a joke. I'll warn you next time so that you can pretend to laugh. I told you, David, on here you don't have any 90% of communication is, now I forgot the word, non-verbal. So here you only have words. You don't have intonation, nothing. It is so difficult. It is difficult. I think it is. Everybody's saying hello. Hello. Everybody's saying hello. Yeah, Cheryl says, yes, David, I thought you were joking. West Virginia, Glenda. Oh, Denisha, we know you're very straight. Barbara, Setta's Place had a crochet along for a corner-to-corner pattern, made triangles, then sewed together like a patchwork blanket. Okay, so all the triangles together makes a square. That I can understand. That must be gorgeous. Setta's Place. I'm writing down here because I'm not going to remember that. Setta's Place had a cow. Saskatchewan never changes time. We don't have daylight savings time. We don't either. Deneen, we don't either have that. Imagine. I think it can be quite confusing. I remember the day I was sitting here waiting for Ginger to come on, and there was no Ginger. And I'm like, what's happening? And then an hour later, it happened, and quite a few people were thrown by that 1 hour because it happened during the night. Denisha says, Barbara, I have seen those, are so pretty. I just do not have the time. I'm trying to get done a blanket, 3 sweaters, and 2 more sets of tall clothes. Denisha, you're like a machine. Dina, sweet Dina, hello. I've got some videos of yours on watch later because I don't want to miss it. How is the weather where you are at? Okay, well, I don't know about you all. You can say how your weather is. Mine is, it's quite a sunny day. A hot and sunny day. It's quite hot. Summer is here, and we get high in the high 30s Celsius, which is in the 80s Fahrenheit by you. And we are doing well, Dina. How's everybody else doing? Everybody's saying hello. It was wonderful meeting people all over the world and in different time zones. Yes, the trick is to get the right time zone. You know what I would actually like is to, after this, I had my first live Friday at after the Secret Yarnery, Krista, and before Ladybird loves her, before her live. So in that, I just slipped in there for a little bit. I'm not sure if I can, I will, but I'm not sure if that is Veronica's time. If it is, then I won't. So, but I at least want to do it once a week, you know, meet up with you guys at a time that suits you. So it would be so great if you could leave in the comments after this, because otherwise it's going to be too much in this stream. I won't be able to catch it. Tell me, you know, I'm available for a live Monday to Friday morning, early to lunchtime, Eastern time, or whatever your time is, so that I can sort of write it down and sort of try and figure out what is a good time for you guys. Because, I mean, for me, this is now lunchtime, but look how early it is for most of you. Let me just catch up. Hi, everybody's saying hi. Ursula, I'm not being mean. David and I have the same sense of humor, so I think he's absolutely hysterical. Yes, no. Denisha, I'll never think that of you, eh? So, yes, David and Denisha understood each other. It's daylight savings time here until March, says Cheryl. And Denisha says Haiti does not have daylight saving time, and neither or the Dominican Republic. Sharon Fillion says Australia is 9-hour time difference, depending Canberra Act. Whereabouts? As Australia has different time zones. Is Australia that big? Isn't it an island? Is it a continent? Am I so ignorant here? Rain right now. Calling for snow later. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a muddy affair, hey? And we are having rainy weather. It's currently 35 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think, look, I'm starting to get to know the Fahrenheit and the Celsius. That is quite low and cold, because I know Atia was sitting shivering there next to James the other night. Well, was it morning or night? It was my night. In KZN, it's 26 and windy here on the south coast, Sharon. Yes, 26 Celsius, which is about 70s. Is it in the 70s Fahrenheit? Lashira says, I'm working at home, so I can talk to you right now. Great. I also work at home. So, see, that's why I'm flexible. Denisha, mornings are my best time to do a live. I normally spend time with you guys before I head off to work. Before I go and help my granddaughter with remote home learning, I'm kind of off the grid. Yes, home learning. Oh, Denisha, you've got a lot of energy, hey? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for our house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Boosting the video, thank you. Hit a thumbs up and continue watching. Feroza, hello. Nice to see you at Alive. Feroza has the most beautiful things posted on our Facebook page. She is, I would also say, like a machine, because she does things on orders, and there's this beautiful thing she posted on Facebook today, was it, or yesterday? And this little boy is in a photo shoot. Oh, it's Christmassy and it looks beautiful. Just had to say that Alaska is so big that it used to have 3 time zones. They changed it all to 1 time zone now. I can understand that for sure. Australia is huge. It's, I believe, twice the size. What? Twice the size of the United States. Getting a geography lesson this day, eh? Lashira, it's also rainy weather here and cold, 6 degrees Celsius. Is that Celsius, Lashira? Rose. You are so close to me. Rosa actually lives not even, I don't think even 10 kilometers from me, which is what, 5 minutes drive. So I just need your address and I'll be there. She's keeping it a secret. Don't put it here, Rosa, by the way. I'm not joking, but don't put it here because we don't want anybody to see it. Nashira says, yes. Donine, Canada has 5 time zones, I believe. I can't believe one country has 5 time zones. Yes, Ferosa, we certainly must get together. I've been begging. Now I'm begging on a public platform. Tanisha says, United States is only a little bigger square foot wise than Australia, but if you look at Australia on a map, it looks huge. Ingrid says, Jeanette, I saw your raffle scarf yesterday. It's beautiful. Is there a tutorial maybe? Would love to also try my hand at that. Ingrid, she's having a crochet along, and I think it's on Sunday or in this week. She must just tell us, but I definitely know. She said she'll put things up on her site if we want to start so long. Dina, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, there you go. All your times. Other times are fine. Oh, those times are not good for you. Other times are fine. I will have to have a look at the replay then. Canada, Atlantic, Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific. Yep, that's 5. Atlantic, Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific. Oh my goodness. And Dina agrees with Ingrid. Debbie says, it's 3 degrees and has been snowing on and off for days. So that must be 3. Is it Fahrenheit? Well, it can. Do you get Fahrenheit? 3 degrees Celsius is nearly freezing. I mean, 0 is where everything freezes. Florida has 2 time zones. That's no good. Florida, one state has 2 time zones. Hi, Ingrid Inspirations. Yes, I have a tutorial in my playlist, or you can do a crochet along with us on Sunday. Whoa, Jeanette, I will have to have sustenance next to me. Something to drink, something to eat. You did it in 2 hours, just over 2 hours, that thing. Yes. David, you really are so brilliant, says Tanisha. I read your blog yesterday. I really enjoyed it. Oh, that's fantastic. You wanted to take a break from crochet by going to PE 20 December to visit your daughter with your crochet bag. Of course, Ferosa. A crocheter doesn't go anywhere without their crochet bag. Fahrenheit. Is 3 degrees Fahrenheit too cold for snow? Yeah, David asked the question because I don't know the answer. Maybe someone can answer us. United States has 5 time zones, Debbie says. And Denisha says, Jeanette, I have the perfect yarn for that cowl. I definitely think I'm jumping in. Yes, because, but that was a, Jeanette, that was a full 360 grams you had there that we need if we want to do it. 360 grams. So it's maybe 2 balls because you had one huge ball there. Hi, everyone. I'm at work but listening. Yes, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining us and just lurking. You're welcome to lurk. We like that. Where are those comments? 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. That's amazing. Amazing. 32. It sounds like 32 is 0. Okay, so what's really confusing is those US states that don't observe daily savings time, while most still do. Barbara says Kentucky has 2 time zones. I'm so glad South Africa only has 1. That's one thing they got right. David, Denisha says, David, yes, that is too cold for snow. There's a sweet spot that the temperature has to be in order to get snow. And which blog? Which post, Denisha? David's asking. She was flying through those stitches. Yes, Miss Ophelia. That Jeanette was going it. Lashera, yes, it's confusing at times. She agrees. Yes, Ingrid, you'll be joining us. You'll have a look at the playlist and would love to join along. Ingrid, that it looked so gorgeous. I think it would look lovely with, you know, the unforgettable yarn that they have in the US, but we have it as Picasso. Something that has a long change of color would look lovely in that. Denisha says, let me catch up. Oh my goodness. David, I must read your piece about music on your blog. David says, I would think the US has more. What time zone is Hawaii in? Debbie says, it snows when it's about 28 to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Is that now Fahrenheit? A lot of people love Florida. You know, I'm a South African, and you know what I know about Florida? People go there to retire because of the beautiful weather. I don't know. Am I right? Is what I've heard right? Was fun way back then when I was there. Oh, yes. So you're not now in Florida, Lashera, but it was fun when you were there. Jeanette says, thank you, Ingrid. It's so much fun to make, and it turns out lovely. Yes, we saw how that turned out. It was absolutely gorgeous. Hi, Tess. I didn't even see you pop in. Tess is here. Love this yarn. You know what? I have been looking. Tess, I could not remember I'm going to write this down. Love this yarn. Because I wanted to go and watch your videos, and I knew your name was Tess. But every time I think about Tess, I think Debbie loves yarn. But I think it can't be Debbie loves yarn because Debbie is Debbie. Debbie loves yarn. There we go. I'm so glad I've got it now. Oh, my goodness. Hello, sweet dear Tess. I was thinking about you just this morning. How are you doing? And Jeanette is saying, Denisha, I can't wait to see what colors you choose. Yes. Oh, we are going to surprise you, Jeanette, when you come Sunday. Come Sunday. The Sherry is saying, it's beautiful, Jeanette. Oh, that thing is beautiful. I tell you, if you do that in black and gold, you can dress up anything. Panhandle is Central Time in Florida, says Dina. Lots of states has 2 time zones, says Debbie. Denisha, I spent part of my childhood in Minnesota and 27 years as an adult in the New York City tri-state area. I know a little about snow. These comments are jumping. Let me just catch up. You're going to use your Ferris wheel, says Denisha. David, I've heard that is wonderful. Debbie loves yarn. You're in Florida. You're in Florida. Oh, that's great. Yes, Lashera says. Yes, Ursula. Debbie says, I lived there for 32 years and now came to Alaska. Oh, yes. Okay, so most people go there to retire, but you go to Alaska to retire. Born and raised in New York, lived there 50 years. Last 2 years, I'm in northern Florida and enjoying it, Dina. I saw your videos. Your nature there is beautiful where you live. Susan, I'm in South Louisiana and it's freezing today. I'm so glad it's not freezing. I'm not one. Well, we love my family loves the cold more than they love the heat, to be quite honest. The only fun thing I can think of that I like about the different time zones is for almost 1 hour each year, I get to be older than my brother. That's so funny. For 1 hour only. Denisha says, Sandra, I don't mind when it's freezing. What is interesting is when it's freezing and raining. Oh, we have cold and wet in South Africa here in Cape Town. It's cold and it's wet. I was thinking of you too and popped over here, and there you are. I am having a lot of pain, but life is still very good. Oh, Tess, I'm so glad you popped in, and I will definitely pray for the pain that you are in. I'm going to write here, Tess. David says, I had the experience when I was in Indiana. I found it most confusing. It was like being in one time zone part of the year and another the rest of the year. I can imagine. Yes, I love this yarn, sweetie. Thank you, David. Yes. Tess, I'll go and check out your videos later today. Definitely. For sure. Line brand made of yarn, I believe last year of the year before, called Ferris Wheel. And it's kind of a roving yarn, like the Red Heart Unforgettable, Denisha says. Yes, I didn't know that the Unforgettable is like a roving yarn, but I love that kind of yarn. It is beautiful. David, can you post my link for Ingrid so she can find me? Yes, please post. There are mods here. If you can just look up Ingrid's link and just post it, that will be great. Thank you so much. And Tess says, hi, Debbie. Denisha says, Seta from Seta's Place lives in Alaska. Mad Mimi also lives in Alaska. Wow. There's a lot of crocheters in Alaska. I wonder if, okay, now, but now we've just heard how big Alaska is, so they won't know each other. It's like asking whether I know Krista from the Secret Yarnery. And no, I don't, because she's on the other side of this continent. Same continent, but quite far away. Ingrid says, do you guys remember PI? Why is it that every time I hear Florida, it makes me think of Magnum PI? Was it filmed there? Listen, oh, he was a hunk when he was younger, but he has even aged better. Some guys just age good. And what is his real name now? I can't remember. Oh, Ingrid, that was funny. Beth, good morning, Beth. So glad to see you. Come into the house. Hit the thumbs up on your way in. Then you don't have to think about it again. Karen Macmillan. Hi, this is the first time I was able to catch you live. I'm in Pennsylvania. These American codes, I'm just guessing. And it's cold this morning. You are so welcome, Karen. Denisha, I do believe Magnum PI was filmed in Florida. Oh, you are so right, Ingrid. Hi, Denisha. Everybody is saying hi, Karen. And there is a link. Tess's link. Thank you, David. You're not good at looking up links, David. You did a good job there. And Tess is saying, this yarn, love this yarn, is me, Tess. Yes, I will not forget that. I've written it down. Love this yarn. I'll be checking you out afterwards. Magnum PI was in Hawaii. Tom Selleck. That's right, David. You're so good. Tom Selleck. Karen saying, hi, Denisha. David, you did that fast. Thank you. It's very good. David's very good. Karen says, yep, that's right. I stand corrected. I had a feeling, as I was saying, it was Hawaii. I've never watched the full episode of Magnum PI. I loved that. I think that was done in the 80s. Ingrid, was it done in the 80s? And you know that he actually doesn't look attractive without his mustache. That mustache does the whole thing for him. Ingrid says, oh, okay, Hawaii. Thank you, David. Well, what do we know, Ingrid? I mean, we just know it's beautiful there. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning. When it comes to handsome men, I have a surprisingly good memory. Yes, David. Don't we all? Jeanette says, I was looking it up, David. You are fast. Oh, Jeanette, you were Googling. That's not cheating, it's research. It's called research. You're making crazy granny squares. No, you mustn't read too fast. I'm making granny squares like crazy. I'm making Wonder Boy a blanket. Okay. Well, granny squares is a fast way to make a blanket. David, do you watch Blue Bloods at all? I do. I do. I do. Tom's, yes, but I do. I say he has aged beautifully. But I remember years ago they had him before he was Magnum PI. He did something where he did not have a mustache, and they said since he's had the mustache, it's done. How can you say? It's made him so much more attractive that I don't think he's ever taken it off after he's decided to go with that look. That's what I'm saying. He's definitely aged very good. Everybody's saying good morning. I have your link, dear Tess. Subscribed to you a long time ago. Oh, yes, and so have I. His name is Tom. Select says Tammy Allen. Oh, yes, definitely. Crochet Rocks. Hi, Granny Square. Yes, Tracy, I am so glad to see you. And you must update us on your son, Mike, because he is in our prayers. And we want to know, so if you want to, but we will probably keep an eye out for your little videos or your community tab. I do, and I'm sure most of us do. So when we were at Granny D, we again spoke about it and looked it up and went to comment. So Mike is definitely in our prayers. David, I missed you. You crack me up, says Tess. Yes, David is quite funny. Good morning, Brenda. Hi, Tracy. David. Blue Bloods is quite current. Magnum PI is not current. Tracy's saying, hi, Denny. Ingrid, yes, you always leave such sweet comments. But we only do sweet comments, hey? I mean, if you're a hater, let's just move on. Why even bother? Denny says, yes, David, Blue Bloods is a current TV show. It's been on for quite some time. I think they're in season 11. And whose brother plays Mark Wahlberg's brother plays the one son. Oh, Mark Wahlberg. I love his movies. Hi, Tracy, says Maribel. Everybody's saying hello. I'm uploading my Crochet Rocks chat now. Okay, Tracy, I'll definitely go check it out after this. I think in 40 minutes time, it is time for Lisa's Ladybird's Monday Menderings. Hey, I have jumped. No, what have I missed? There we go. Wait. Yes. David saying, Tracy, I've watched your videos. Mary Bell is saying hello. Everybody's greeting Tracy. Yes, there I was. Tracy is uploading. Yes, we want to know. We want to know how Mike is doing, and we are keeping him in our prayers, and we're speaking good. Ursula, you are a lovely hostess. The only thing that's missing is a little bit of tea and scones. I've got coffee. Good coffee. This is good coffee. Hi, Tracy. Thank you for updating us on Mike. My heart sure goes out to you. Much love and hugs from us here in South Africa. Yes, Tracy, you can know that your son is covered in prayer. Don't be so concerned. I know you are as a mom, but I know. I've been there twice. So, love this yonder Tess says. I love Mark Wahlberg. Tess, get behind me in the queue. I'm first in the queue when it comes to Mark. So, yes, David, we all love tea and scones and some lovely preserves or cheese and a bit of cream with it. Hi, Kathy. So glad you can make it, and hit that thumbs up on the way in. That's what I do. When I join a live, I just hit the thumbs up. Then I don't have to think about it again. Oh, I didn't read that. What? I used to love Donnie Wahlberg and Mark Wahlberg, but I will surrender Mark. I'll have him. Okay, well, I can't say anything like negative there, but I do think that there are other men who age better than Mark does, but Mark is still up there, right up there, top 10, I think. Denzel Washington is one of my personal favorites. Oh, he just gets better. Anyway, Wahlberg, all my sweet friends and all of you that I don't know, so happy to be here this morning. Yes, we are all so happy to be here. So, and he is blessed with lots of love and prayers. Tracy, absolutely. So we would love to get him back to where he was and better. Does anyone remember when Mark was the rapper Marky Mark? Oh, no. Oh, that must have been a long time ago. Oh, Kathy remembers. Mark and Donnie have been handsome from day one. I still listen to New Kids on the Block. So are you telling me, Denny, that they used to sing? Well, I wouldn't surprise me. They are. Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth is yours, Tracy. Ooh. Now you see, isn't it like that? The short girls go for the tall guys. I am a tall girl. That's why I'm saying. Shorties go for the tall guys. What's left for us? Denisha, good vibrations. It's such a sweet sensation, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Hey, I will check that out afterwards. Definitely. For sure. David is saying, rapping is not singing. Ooh, David, you'll be stoned for that. Oh my goodness, I am tickled pink. You are just the cutest. Says Tess Crochet. I remember Marky Mark. I don't remember him as Marky Mark. Maybe I came in too late in the game. Maybe I was busy having babies and just too busy. Or what was I doing? Ingrid is saying, Tess, a little whisper in your ear, busy making a video of my belated birthday yarn gift. And then showing off your Outlander cowl I made. A wink, wink. Oh, Ingrid, can't wait for that. Now we need Ferosa to also start her channel. Ferosa, if you want to start your channel and you don't know what to do, go check out Ingrid's inspirations. Ingrid lives in Gansbaai. And you and I must take a 2-hour trip and go with Priscilla Visser, and we must go and visit Ingrid. Yes, Tracy, you didn't need to put it there for me to know that. But that's true. Mark was part of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and Donnie was from New Kids on the Block. They're a boy band from the 80s and 90s. I actually remember the New Kids on the Block. I just didn't know that Donnie was a part of it. Denny is quite up with it. She's good up. Didn't Marky Mark model men's underwear? Woo, Susan, let's not go there. Tracy says, okay, I have to go do my thumbnail and tags, etc. Now take care, everyone. Mwah! Thank you all for good wishes and prayers, and thank you. Tracy, yes, we are covering Mark in prayer, and don't you worry. We are speaking life over your boy, and he's going to recover and come and tell his story on your channel. You must interview him. We want to see what's happening. Ingrid, yay, thank you so much for making my Outlander cowl. I can't wait to see it. I'm so glad you watched my tutorial. And Denisha says the Wahlbergs, yes, they own a restaurant called Wahlburgers. It's very popular. They also had a reality show at one point. And I believe, I'm not sure which brother actually runs it. It's not Donnie, is it? 24 days for the 25th anniversary of our wedding, Ursula, says Mr. Goodman. 24 days for the 25th anniversary of your wedding. Yes, that is true, David. That is true. Miss Ophelia, yes, we have one of their restaurants in downtown Detroit. Yes, I've seen that on TV, and I was thinking, they said who ran it. Now I can't remember who ran it. One of the brothers ran it, but they are quite a few children, and Mark is following suit and also having quite a few children. Nothing wrong with that if you can afford it. Mm. See, I have my coffee station right here next to me so that I can actually have coffee and don't need to get up to get the coffee. Denisha, Jeanette has been doing YouTube for over 10 years. She's a great inspiration on how to navigate these YouTube streets. That is true, because you know what? I looked it up the other day and they said that YouTube was founded in 2005 and my daughter went to school in 2005. And she's now 21. So YouTube is not that old, you know. I went to Wahlberg in Las Vegas. Delicious, says Tess. Ooh, Tess, in Las Vegas. What else did you get up to in Las Vegas? Oh, only what you can tell. Ingrid says, stay safe, keep well. Tracy, best wishes and healing thoughts and prayers to Mike, for sure. Danny says, I'm 44, so therefore all the music from the 80s and 90s, I love it. My granddaughter can tell when I start bopping into a song, and she says, is that from the 80s or the 90s? Yes, my daughter always knows when it's from that time when I know the words to a song. Then she says, she knows because I know the words, you know. Ursula, that is so brilliant to have your coffee station right next to you in your chair. I am not getting up for coffee. I'm not getting up for coffee. Nope. Ingrid says, oh, Antonio Banderas is my eye candy. Okay. Antonio Banderas in Zorro was superb, and so was his co-star. Antonio Banderas has slimmed down quite significantly in his old age. Hello, not old age. I withdraw that in maturing. Laurie's Crochet Corner too. Good morning. Good morning, Laurie. So glad to have you. So glad you're here. David, there was a summer in grad school when all I did was watch MTV. I remember MTV when it was music videos and my shabby convenience store job. Yes. Oh, wait. Good morning, Laurie's Crochet Corner. Everybody's saying good morning. Ingrid, I was never a fan. Denny says, I was never a fan of Antonio Banderas. You know what I liked about Antonio Banderas is that he has a sense of humor, and I like the one that he plays again opposite. What is the guy that plays Sylvester Stallone in that? Is it? He plays the role of this assassin opposite Julia. Is it Julianne Moore? And this Julianne Moore is actually South African born. I didn't know that. Oh, who is not a Kevin Costner fan? He is super. Ingrid says, Tess, they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Shh. And Laurie is saying hi to Tess. Ingrid, my pastor's wife, and I use that saying, what happens in the Yukon stays in the Yukon. Oh, yes. I just say what happens in this house stays in this house. Denisha, is that the vehicle or the geographical region? Snurk. You see, when the coffee gets colder, if it's good coffee, it tastes like iced coffee. It doesn't taste like just cold coffee. Definitely the vehicle, says Danny. Tess says, Ingrid, laughing my big behind off girly. When I go to Vegas, Superman comes with me. By the way, talking about Superman, you know, my aunt took us, my brother and I think, in 1977, must have been 1977, when the first Superman came out. We went to, now Feroza and Ingrid, those in South Africa would know, in Claremont, I think it was Claremont, southern suburbs somewhere, to a movie theater, and we went to watch the first Superman, and I was smitten for the next 10 years. Christopher Reeve, is it Christopher Reeve or Christopher Reeves, was just fantastic. I'm telling you, I was just, for the next 10 years, no one could come close. Little girls are like that, hey? I mean, oh, maybe little boys too, they need their heroes. Guess what I'm making? Some tea, says, yes! Jeanette was sitting yesterday and she was doing this 2-hour thing and she's crocheting away. And I was feeling so sorry for her because I thought, I wish I could just come with a tea tray and say, do you want some hot tea? Take a sip. I was asking her, do you need some, what do you want to drink? Coffee or tea? I'll make it for you. You know, so that's a little private joke there, Jeanette. Kay says, when Antonio Banderas filmed his first film, he didn't know any English. Wow, he had one line and he memorized it and he had no idea what he was saying. That is so funny because what is that other star that I really like a lot? Oh, and can you believe it? Now his name is gone. But he played opposite a girl that was, is she Chinese or is from the East? And when he first met her, he also said it was so shocking that he met her and she couldn't speak a word English. And then she went away and came back and she was fluent in English. She spoke to him and I'm trying to, why can I not think of his name? He plays in, I'll get to his name. Denny is saying hi. Ursula, Christopher Reeves was an amazing actor. It's so sad the world lost his talent. Yes, and Tess, you know, he was saying that when he was in hospital and he was so off and he heard Robin Williams. He heard someone say, let me in, I'm the doctor. I'm going to come and do this to him, some extreme procedure. And he recognized Robin Williams's accent and he burst out laughing. And it's the first time he laughed since the accident happened. And he realized he was going to be okay because he could still laugh. Robin Williams was fantastic in that sense. I missed it. Danny says, I missed it. MTV from the 80s and 90s when you could just watch music videos. Now it's a bunch of garbage. Yes. Cast. Yes. Christopher Reeves is my favorite Superman. Oh, yes. I'm telling you. Crafty Chat says, hi. Can't stay sadly, but I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for popping in. I do appreciate it. The Shira says, yes, he is, Danisha. Crafty, hello, nice of you to pop in. See you later in on the YouTube streets. Have a good day. Yes, I think I've got about maybe 25 minutes. And then it's going to be, I'm going to just put this clock here so I can see. Because I know Lisa is doing Monday Menderings right after me. Ingrid says, Denny, I think what attracts me to Antonio is the dark, smoldering look. Like the late Jim Morrison. Oh, my hat. Who's Jim Morrison? Sorry, Ingrid. Ingrid, you can have the Antonio and Jim Morrison, says Denny. Okay, there you go. Ingrid, you've got something for free here. Thank you, Denny. Oh, I must laugh. I can't think who Jim Morrison is now. Who the heck is that? And I'm just trying to think of my favorite actor. what his name is. Why can't I get to his name? I can see his face. Denisha, Ingrid, I have a hard enough time trying to fight everybody off my Shamar Moore. So I understand where you're coming from. Shamar Moore, but there is another guy that name just popped up. Omar Sharif. Remember? I don't know if you remember Omar Sharif. Ursula, thank you so much for telling the wonderful story. Robin Williams was amazing, and it's sad he is gone. I tell you, some people, you can't help, they don't know, but you cry. And I was actually so glad when they came and they lately announced why he died, and that it was not just a case of suicide, and that he had this brain thing, and that this guy actually said that people who are extremely intelligent bear this better than those who are not. And he was real genius. But he was saying, they were saying in this documentary, him and his wife and others said they think they will do him, they're doing him a disservice by not making known to the world what was actually wrong with him. It was not just suicide. Who's Jim Morrison? Have you never heard of the Doors? No. Sorry, there's a gap in my education, David. But you are 7 years ahead of me. That's nearly 10, and 10 is a generation gap. Ursula, Jim Morrison was the lead singer of the Doors. Love their music, one of the many genres of music I like. Well, I'll have to check it out. The Doors, still running you. My legs are still running up and down a ladder. Hope I can make my own live, says Ladybird. Lisa. Oh yes, Lisa, I'm going to check out your live, so you better be there and up for it. You must take a little break then. I think 3:10 you come on. Yes. So that is, you've got a little bit of time. Yes, Dina. Oh, wait. Let's just, what was that? Jim Morrison is buried in Paris, and me and Superman went to France for our 25th anniversary, and we put flowers on his grave. Oh, that was nice for you to be able to do that. Yes, I must tell you, Dina, to me, Mrs. Doubtfire was one of the saddest movies of Robin Williams, maybe because I was raised by a single mom. And I could identify with this man who couldn't see his children. And I don't remember the whole story, but I remember that it was, to me, a very sad movie. It was a good movie. It was a good movie, but it was sad. Denny, Ladybird, hi, honey. I am looking forward to your live later. Oh, later is just now, Denny. In a little bit, Robin Williams had, hey, things mustn't fall. You know how I get a very big fright. I've knocked my husband's wind out once because I left him at the front door. I went to the kitchen to wash my hands, and in my peripheral vision I could see a big body coming towards me, and my elbow just went bang, and in his solar plexus I hit his wind out. There is my 30 minutes reminder that she's going to come on. So that's in 30 minutes. What did I miss there? Robin Williams had Lewy body dementia. Yes, it was, they explained it like something that was, like, I don't know, eating his brain. I absolutely love that documentary. Yes, I also do. I was so touched, and I was glad that they did it, because I couldn't believe that someone like Robin Williams would commit suicide. Now, saying that, I mean, who knows who would do what? But it was just so good of them to actually say what was the problem. Denny, there I'm with you, love Robin Williams, and yes, his story totally touches my heart as well. And it's Lewy body dementia, autocorrect. Well, I mean, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. Denny says, my mother committed suicide at 49. She was absolutely brilliant, and now I wonder if she didn't suffer from something other than mental illness. Denny, you know, I know people that committed suicide. And we are so programmed pro-life that for you to take your own life, you can just imagine that it is not the person, I don't want to say in their right mind, but it's not the person in their right mindset that would go and commit suicide. So you must know things must be horribly wrong there. And I mean, sadly wrong. Yeah, it's very sad. Putting flowers on Jim Morrison's grave, how precious, says Ingrid. Sorry to hear that, Denisha. My condolences. Yes, it is a terrible thing. I mean, a close friend of mine's mommy also committed. Ursula, I'm sure he was like what I do. What is it what you do? Doy Creations. I'm sure he was like what I do. Ingrid, Jenny, I can relate, but in my case, it was my late husband. Okay. Ingrid, are you saying that your late husband committed suicide like Jenny's mommy? Is that what you're saying? Because I think that is very sad. My friend's mommy and committed suicide, and then her father stayed with her. You know, he was left, and I had a nice talk with him because I actually knew the mommy, and it's unexplainable, eh? Ingrid, I do sympathize. My fiance committed suicide as well 18 years ago. Wow, Denny, that is a long time ago, hey? And very young. Denny, we have suicide in my family too. I must tell you, actually, in my husband's family, there is suicide as well. And Tess is saying, Ingrid, yes, there was such a crowd at his grave, which was amazing considering how long ago he died. People remember him and still love him. Well, I will definitely have to go check out this guy. Jenny, thank you, Miss Ophelia. I sympathize with you. Ingrid, my heart goes out to you. It is a pain I wish I didn't know, as well as I'm sure you feel that way. Absolutely. I mean, I can't even say that I can imagine, because I cannot imagine. Oh, Denisha, so sorry, sweetie, says Tess. Jenny, you have all my empathy and sympathy. Yes. Isn't it just weird that when you speak to someone and you know that they have walked the road that you've walked, it's different. You know, when my daughter had leukemia, at the transplant, the stem cell transplant, we were in the hospital at that point, and many people prayed and came. But on this day, a mother came in, and she had an autistic little boy, and she had gone through this procedure. And when I saw her, I opened the door to her, and we've conversed over the phone before, and I opened the door to her and we met. I started crying, and she walked in and she sat down, but I had to just compose myself again, because it was the first time I actually met someone who has walked the road that I've walked. So she didn't have to say a word, and I just couldn't stop crying. Okay, so let me just, I've diverged now. I've totally went. Oh, it's DOY, Denny. It's DOY. It's DOY. Yes, Ursula, it was my late husband 11 years ago. That is incredible, Ingrid. I'm really sorry to hear that. Denny, Ingrid, I hope you have received healing. I know I have. I thank the Lord for that. Oh, yes, it's only the Holy Spirit that can come in and really comfort us and heal that pain. No, I was saying, when you think when you hit your husband. So he was doing the same as you were doing, as I was doing. That's the point. But, you know, something fell here next to me, and I always get a big fright. So my family knows. They would walk, they would stomp their feet so I can, to make sure, Mommy, you're hearing, I'm coming. So there seem to be two viewpoints. You are so selfish to cause me pain by committing suicide, or I've been there and know how it feels to think the world would be better off without me. There are two viewpoints. Well, you are so selfish to cause me pain by committing suicide is probably the viewpoint of the person staying behind and I've been there and know how it feels to think the world would be better off without me, is probably the person saying committing suicide. Because obviously, I think they do feel that the world would be better off. I mean, I have had feelings of suicide when my children were small and crazy. Not crazy, autistic, but their behavior and all the circumstances together, and the doctor explained a certain chemical imbalance, just makes it, it really makes you feel like you just don't want, you want to, if you could say, beam me up, Scotty, you would. I'm so sorry to you all. You have been through so much. Yes, Brenda, you know what I have discovered? Not only have I joined this crochet community, I have discovered that so many of these people have been through tremendous pain, emotionally and physically. David, most definitely, my mother left a very detailed note. It was heartbreaking. I have not read it for over 10 years. I can just imagine that you have not read it for 10 years. Ursula Wonderboy had leukemia too. He's doing very well now. How is your daughter? Did she recover? Yes. And she had it twice. She had it the first time, 3 months in remission, had it again, and then had a stem cell transplant straight after. And so that was a 4-year journey, and then nothing since then. The not knowing why, no letter, no nothing. We were married 25 years when he suffocated himself. I tried for an hour to do CPR, but it was too late. Oh, Ingrid, that is terrible to actually say that you were there and trying to do CPR. That is traumatic, I think. Very traumatic is what I actually meant, not terrible. It is terrible, but it's traumatic for the person that actually comes across this person that they're trying to revive, eh? Tess, I'm so glad your baby is doing well, says Denisha. And Miss Ophelia says, I pray for those who are dealing with suicidal thoughts. I pray that God touches their hearts and minds, turning them away from the harm. I pray for those that are left behind. Yes, Miss Ophelia, we can only pray that the Holy Spirit will do a work there, hey? So, Ingrid, Denny says, Ingrid, I'm so sorry, my sweetie pie. My heart goes out to you. It really does. Absolutely. Denisha says, Miss Ophelia, yes, I agree. Yes, David, both viewpoints are from survivors. Of course, there are people, I think there are stages. You go through a stage where you are really angry that that person left you behind. So, and that one couldn't stop it. So, Denisha, David, yes, I went through every emotion one could have possibly or went through when I lost my mom. I was very angry with her for a long time. Yes, Denny, I can just imagine that you are. Because, Denny, that's completely understandable. And Denny says, I have since forgiven and had to have understood how much pain she was in to make that decision. Yes, Denny, and as I say, I don't think, I mean, I am in no position to talk, but I don't think, because we are created so pro-life, that you would do that if you are the person that you were before you got to that point where you want to commit suicide. Ursula, praise the Lord for your daughter and my wonder boy. I'm telling you, I tell her, she is my little miracle walking on 2 feet. Amen, says Miss. Amen, Miss Ophelia says Jeanette. Ingrid, in my uncle's case, they had to figure out why after the fact. Turns out there were financial issues. My aunt was at work the week after the funeral. Wow. David, I'm so sorry, the not knowing can be very hard. That is true. David, I agree, so much emotions and unresolved questions, feelings. My son was 23 at the time, a time he needed a father so much. Instead, he tried to help me do CPR on his dad. Oh, Ingrid, so your son was also there. Wow. My uncle committed suicide, says David, before I was born. Actually, I am told my dad was devastated. Many years later, his daughter's estranged husband also committed suicide. I'm telling you, this is terrible. Denny, Ingrid, I'm so sorry. It's so funny how just talking about it can bring it back to like it just happened. That is true. And then talking about it will bring healing, I think. Jocelyn Custodio. Hi there. So good to see you. And Denny is also saying hello. Thumbs up. Yes, please, thumbs up. I think there's about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to let you go. And at 3:10, it is Ladybird Loves with Monday Menderings. And oh, Ingrid and David can remember when you were on there, when I was on there doing charades. I've never played charades in my life. Now I must do it on such a very public platform. Please, those moderators, put your links. Please put your links. Grab each other up. Become family. Go and check out each other's channels. Why not? There is, I think next, I must actually make a little note because there's someone, I put it on my Facebook. I wonder if I can go and just check it out in my Facebook quickly, because this lady started up a channel and I thought to myself, I love her vlogs, and I couldn't understand why she only had so few subscribers, because what she does is, I loved what she's doing and how she does her little vlogs. It is just, to me, it was just fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Oh, let me just catch up with the chat again. I'm trying to now quickly see. And I'm going to post Sharon's tablecloth today. Remember, she won my tablecloth? Ingrid told me to go and watch that video. And that was, oh, that was so touching. Let me see. If I can't see it, then I'm just going to leave it for now. But that was really very good. Okay, now I don't think. Yeah, the Crafty Dragonfly. Just those of you who want to go and check out the Crafty Dragonfly. Episode 6 is the one that I watched, and I put the link in my Facebook page because I think what she's doing is so fantastic. So let me catch up quickly. Jocelyn, mega shout out to all, she says. Nice to see you. Mwah. Yes, Jocelyn. And Tess says they have Wonder Boy at 20% chance for survival, and he fought hard and had such a brave little boy, brought through it all. Now he's 22 and doing very well outside of having Down syndrome and autism. A miracle. Wow. David says, Denisha, please contact me through the email in my channel description. Oh, that's your link. Yes, if you're not a moderator, just ask a moderator to drop your link, because I really don't mind. I'm on my phone. I just can't make you a moderator right now. David, you can post my link again, sweetie. So many new friends here. Denisha, Tess, that is so wonderful that he's doing so well right now. I always find it interesting how the doctors give you whatever percentage, but with the Lord, it's always, he's giving you 100%. Yes, you know, Denny, when my daughter was diagnosed, just a week before, 3 weeks before, the Lord taught me a lesson, and the lesson was that with him, I can jump over the wall. With you can scale, how does it go in the Bible, that scripture, with my God, I can scale a wall. So my percentage is 100% with God, you know. So Ingrid, thank you, Denny. My heart goes out to you as well. Yes, Denny, you are so right. It feels like it was yesterday, but 9 August, it was 11 years ago, but it is there every day still. Doesn't really go away. Well, Ingrid, I can tell you that was incredible trauma. That what you've just described to us there was incredibly traumatic. Danny says, Ingrid, I've had to do a lot of healing work on my own. I read this great book called Healing is a Choice. It helped me tremendously. Oh, Denny, and maybe you can post just the name afterwards and the writer. There we go. And that is Love This Yarn. Tessa's link. Denisha, yes, the doctors don't consider the Lord's miraculous work. Yes, I mean, they just go with what they've got. You know, they only go with, I don't think they want to give you false hope. Ingrid and Denny, so very sorry, you sweet dears. You see these people that we meet here that are all yarn related and crazy about crochet and knitting and yarn, and they have real lives, and in real life there is a lot of pain. Tess, so happy for you and Ursula, says Denny. Denny, David, I will email you later, honey bun, probably after work. Ingrid says, Tess, I'm so glad Wonder Boy is doing good under the circumstances. My son have cancer on chemo a year now and having a blood test now in December again. Oh, Ingrid, I didn't know that. Well, we are praying for him. What is his name? Then we can pray for him, you know. Ingrid, my prayers are with you, with your son. I want to tell you, Tess, you know, my daughter had a stem cell transplant from her brother, who is classic autistic. So he was a 100% match. Ursula, with the Lord, I could with the Lord I could not have made it. Without the Lord, I could not have made it, and I'm grateful for him in my life. Absolutely. I mean, if you're a Christian, then you absolutely believe that without the Lord's help, you couldn't have made it. Ingrid, thank you, Tess and Denny. David, tomorrow is December. I cannot believe. Well, actually, I'm so glad to see the backside of 2020, to be honest. Time goes by so fast for us old folks. Actually, David, you know, it's not just that. When I left school, it felt to me like the time was going by fast. And when I was in school, it didn't feel like that. And my daughter, when she was in school, said, time flies. So I thought to myself, but I thought it was a thing that I just experienced way back then in the 80s. So if today's children also experience that time flies, there is what they call a quickening of that time, eh? Ingrid, yes. Denny, David, I know, I cannot believe how fast this year has went by. My granddaughter has had her Christmas decorations up now for 2 weeks. What? 2 weeks already. She is in the mood for Christmas. My son's name is Thomas, Tommy for short. Oh, we will definitely pray for Tommy and pray for very good report. And we will speak death to that sickness. It will shrivel up and die. Tess, Ursula, I didn't know that about your son. I was an autism teacher for 25 years. Speaking about Wonder Boy, he's up and running, so mommy duty calls. Must help him in the bathroom. Yes, absolutely. And you lovely people can say your goodbyes, because you know Ladybird must get off her ladder and come and do her live, because we want to see her in Monday Menderings. And my personal favorite of the videos that she posts is the quiet crochet. No, hushed cooking. I love that. That's my favorite. And the gardening videos. Thank you so much, Ursula, and all of you. See you all next time. Yes, I like to actually give people just a moment to say goodbye, because sometimes you just want to say goodbye to everybody and wish them well, and then you can't type that fast. And Genevieve, hi to everyone, and you and Ursula, and Granny D is in the house. Oh my goodness, look, Granny D, you are in time to say a lovely goodbye and then go hop over to Ladybird, because she's starting with Monday Menderings in, I think, 10 minutes. So I said I must actually give everybody a chance to say goodbye. Good day, everyone, says Miss Ophelia. I may see some of you in other rooms, in other chats, in YouTube streets. We walk around. Yes, Jeanette says hi, Dee. And just in time to say goodbye while it's saying hello and it's saying goodbye. Oh, Granny D, you will really, really find the replay of today informative. We have all been opening our hearts. So, Granny D, hi, in this last minute or 5 minutes. Prayers to all and family. Have a blessed day. Talk to all soon, says Brenda. Yes, and bye, Jeanette. And Jeanette, see you Sunday. Oh, I'm looking forward to that crochet along. Hugs and love to all, says Barbara. Bye, everyone. Have a blessed day, says Lachira. And singing. I'm so glad we have had this time together just to have a laugh or a sing or a song. And remembering, hey? Sharing, knowing that you're not the only one. There we go. Ladybird waves to Southern Thing. That's Granny D. Hey, Granny D, you must make it in for me to say bye. Yes. David, I love when you sing us a song. Yes, David sings beautifully. Ladybird, here I come. Waves back to the wild woman. Dina says hello to Granny D. Bye, Granny D. Hello, Ursula and all. Goodbye. Bye-bye, Jen. And see you again in these YouTube streets. We are, most of us, going over to Monday Menderings with Lisa. Ladybird loves. I don't know if someone wants to drop Lisa's link so that people can just grab it up. If there's a moderator who can just drop Lisa's link. Oh, Jen, you've been lurking, but thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And lurking is no problem. Dina, have a great rest of your day and week, everyone. Oh, yes. Thank you, Dina. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, take care, and be blessed. Hugs and kisses. See you over at Ladybird's. Yes. I wonder who's on Ladybird's show today. I'll catch the replay. Oh, Granny D, I say you'll find it incredibly informative. And bye, Lashira. And hi. And Granny D is saying hi and goodbye. Have a blessed day, Jocelyn. Yes, you too. And Granny D is saying hi to Granny D and David. Yes. Good morning and goodbye, Sandra John. We are going over to Ladybird's Monday Menderings. If someone could drop that link. Granny D, oh, see you all over there, and I'll be live at 5. Oh, Granny D, you don't give me any sleep. That is so late. That's why I love Saturdays and Sundays, because you're a little bit early. Okay, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for every single person that came, and I hope to see you on Friday, I think. So again, between Krista but let's see what Veronica does. Bye.